Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be working on a board game that I've decided that I want to continue working on. This is something I've been thinking about for the last few years, and I've had a few iterations and I've done a few um, not illustrations, but I've worked on it a little bit. And but in the last few days, I've really thought about exactly how I want to do things, and so I thought it'd be fun to just do a video on how I make board games. I've made a few in the past, and I'll should make a video actually showing those too, which I probably should have done first. Um, but this is the first part that I'm going to be doing is going to be the actual. It's a dungeon crawler, and so this is gonna be just some of the inner workings of the dungeon. It's going to be put piece by piece together, so it's like a random dungeon. I think that might be the name of it, a random dungeon, but I don't know if that's already been used or not. So I put down my white already because that's a pretty boring part to watch, but it's really it's going to be pretty straightforward. I just want a basic dungeon with some tiles and stuff, and work from there. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing, and I'm not too loud. My wife said that I was too loud or very loud the last time I made an art video, and I kind of don't want to do that again. So we're going to be a little bit quieter, but hopefully you can still hear me. um, so like basically the first thing that I'm doing is just putting down the architecture of how I want um, the tiles of the dungeon, and I want to do this because um, I can then take a copy of this and kind of move things around and make corners and stuff like that. Um, but we'll see what I can come up with here first. I don't know. I haven't made a dungeon like this before, so it might just end up pretty crappy, but hopefully it doesn't. I just kind of want to get the basic feel for it, basic structure for it right now before I add some color. But actually, I'm gonna add some color to it. I can't help myself because I don't want it to be just a gray, black and white gray dungeon. I need it to have some kind of color and some kind of form. So basically, this is what I'm gonna do. So I've wanted to make this for a while now, and the game, and I'm always thinking about different board games and what I would like to do with a game or something like that, and it often changes. But I know that this is the basically what I want in the game is I need for there to be a dungeon, and it's going to have I think it's going to have 10 tiles in the first set. I plan on making this have different sets, and I'll release them. I'm gonna actually just print this on my own and everything and see what I can do with that, because I don't want to get into having a trying to get this published by anybody. That always is just kind of a depressing way of thinking about things. When you're starting making a game, you're like, who's gonna buy this? Who's gonna play this? So I'd rather just kind of make it, and then I'm gonna just publish it and see if people want to play it, or if they don't want to play it. I don't know. That doesn't sound very confident, does it, in my game? But we'll games are really not like comics, because you have in your head what you want to do for a comic or a game, but then the game you could get done with it or whatever, and then you have to play test it. So playtesting is a bigger part of gaming and making a game and designing a game than I kind of wish it was, because you think you have an awesome idea and then you end up not with an awesome idea. Either a mechanic doesn't work, or the stats are too wrong. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can change pretty easily in a board game, but there's kind of a lot of stuff you really can't. So I don't know. So we'll just see how this goes and see if this is boring for anybody else to watch me just kind of go through this process of making a tile dungeon. Like I said, I want it to be colorful. So I'm just making this straight up. It's almost like it's just a road. But that's really kind of how I'm thinking the dungeon's going to be made or built or whatever, because like I said, I can go back and digitally put things together and make things more how I want them to be. It's a little too reddish for my taste, and now that's a little too black. But I'm going to go in after this, and when I clean everything up, and this is just, I want the basic forms. I want the basic forms down, and I want the basic colors. So I don't really know. This is my second art video, and I really don't know exactly what to say to make this interesting for people to watch, other than if they like watching the process, and how much I should put down. I don't know if I should have just did this and then sped up the video, or should I have just, I don't know what I'm talking about, but hopefully something good comes out of this. We will see. I think I might have to just speed up the video, make the video, and then speed it up, and take out all of my words, which isn't all that exciting anyway. Like, this isn't a tutorial or anything, so you're just basically checking this out to check out what I'm doing, I guess, which is cool. I appreciate that. I appreciate all my subscribers a ton. My bricks are getting a little bit big. But I'm making this with the intention of shrinking it down. So that's cool. So my plan is, because I don't want to give away too much of the game as of yet, but my plan is for it to be a dungeon crawler, and each tile, you'll attach each tile to the other one in a specific, not a specific order, but kind of a random order, because I want it, like I said, I want it every time for it to be a little different. Plus, I'm also going to have items, like a recipe. The first one is going to be a warrior. This is going to be all warrior based, and I'm gonna make like a booklet that comes with it that will have, like, as your character advances, you're going to have different abilities unlocked, and traits and abilities, and you know, it's going to be a standard leveling system where you level your character up and kind of explore the dungeon, and but there's going to be certain things, like the book is going to be an abilities book, so you'll have to gather certain certain artifacts or certain things. Like you'll be able to find items, which is like swords and axes and stuff like that. But you'll have to get an ability, you'll have to learn certain things. You'll have to add certain things. I'm not entirely sure about that, because that was really what I was thinking about for a wizard, a mage, because that's what I'm really going to do in the next installment, which I don't know how many installments there'll be. The first 3 installments I'm thinking will be warrior will be the first one, and then wizard or mage will be the second one, and then third one will be cleric, and then we'll go on there from there. And I think each one will have 10 tiles. So when you go through the dungeon, you'll place the 10 tiles as much as you can, and then the last one will be an exit tile that you'll have to get through. But there, you know, there's going to be monsters that you'll have to fight and or run away from or whatever. And I'm also thinking of adding a multiplayer portion to the game. Like a lot of this stuff is still, I'm still working on it in my head as to what is going to happen, or in how it's going to happen. But hopefully I'll be able to make these videos, and you can join me on the journey of creating this board game. Tentatively called ARD, a random dungeon. That's tentative for me. So then we're going to go in and tighten things up a little bit. See how long this is. It's only been 12 minutes and it feels like it's been an eternity. So doing art videos is way different than doing review videos, because I'm talking about somebody else's art, and I kind of can just go off on a tangent or whatever. Now we're gonna add some dimension to it, I guess. I need a different brush to make this a little bit more, fill in the black areas, fill in the dark areas. But like I said, this is the first one, the beginning. I kind of messed that up. This is just the beginning of what I'm doing, and this might look completely ridiculous, but I'm going to tighten everything up, and you'll probably see, I'll probably show it next time, because I'll show you what I've done previously and what I'm going to work on next. Like I said, I'm going to work on the characters, so I'm going to work on, there's also going to be NPCs, there's going to be NPCs and quests and stuff like that. So add some black, yellow, and red. They say you shouldn't add black to paintings, but you know what? I never listen to people. So And this is just, like I said, the basic structure. I'm gonna just make everything neater and cleaner and add details. I just want to throw things in there and kind of work on stuff. I want to give it some color. After this, there's also, like I said, I'm going to be doing this in phases. So the next video I'll be doing characters, and then the video after that maybe I'll be drawing some objects that are going to go into the dungeon. And so basically, yeah, here it is, the beginning. It's always scary starting something new, and you know, I might just quit this because I do that a lot on things. I have ideas and I just want to really get into it, and then I fizzle out because I just lose the ambition to do it or whatever. But anyway, this is the beginning of my board game, and if you like this kind of content, give me a subscription. And a subscription, do the people say that? Give me a subscription. If you like the type of content, then consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell, and let me know what you think about the board game and board games in general and dungeon crawlers and all that stuff. And I will check you out next time. Thanks a lot for watching.